What's the worst thing you've overheard your partner say about you to someone else? Connor and I have been married for 3 years. He always seemed so genuine compared to the guys I usually met through my family's social circles. My family has money, not like crazy rich but comfortable enough that I've never worried about bills. Connor comes from a middle-class background. We renewed our vows last weekend at this small ceremony with just our closest friends and family. He literally cried reading his vows to me, y'all. Cried. Said I was the best thing that ever happened to him. Anyway, I was on a girls' trip to Nashville with my 3 besties from college. We've been planning it for months. We had all these plans, spa days, wine tours, checking out that new rooftop bar everyone's been posting about on TikTok. But on the second day, Scarlett got food poisoning from this sketchy hot chicken place, and Tina had some emergency she had to handle remotely. The trip was falling apart, so we decided to cut it short. I thought, hey, perfect opportunity to surprise Connor. He's always saying how much he misses me when I'm gone. Always texting me those wish-you-were-here selfies from our couch with his sad puppy eyes. So I took an early flight back, stopped to pick up his favorite nachos from this hole-in-the-wall place near our house, and some craft beer he's been obsessed with lately. I was so excited to surprise him. I had this whole image in my head of his face lighting up when he saw me. I came in through the garage using my code so I could really surprise him. Our house has this weird layout where you can't see into the living room from the entryway. I could hear him talking upstairs in his gaming room, obviously on the phone since I didn't hear anyone else. So I set the food down in the kitchen and quietly headed up the stairs thinking I'd surprise him mid-call. And then I heard it. Marriage is a complete nightmare, bro. I wake up every day regretting my decision. I froze on the stairs. My heart literally stopped. I thought maybe he was joking around with one of his friends. So I waited for the laugh, but there was no laugh. If it wasn't for her family's money, I'd be gone already. The only good thing about this whole situation is that I don't have to worry about rent or bills anymore. I could literally feel my heart cracking in half as I stood there. The vow renewal thing last weekend? Pure torture, man. Had to stand there making up all this romantic bullshit while her family looked on all misty-eyed. I've gotten good at the performance, though. Oscar-worthy. He laughed then. Actually laughed. But hey, small price to pay for the lifestyle, right? Her dad's talking about bringing me into the family business next year. Once I'm established there, I'll have options. More options than just being the money wife's husband. The money wife. That's what he calls me behind my back. 3 years of marriage, and I'm just the money wife to him. I don't know how I managed it, but I silently went back downstairs, grabbed the food and beer, and slipped out. I returned the food, told them my husband wasn't feeling well, and texted the girls that I'd decided to go to a hotel near the airport so I could catch up on some emails before heading back to Nashville the next day. I drove around for hours trying to figure out what to do. Every memory of our relationship was replaying in my head with this new, horrible filter. All those times he insisted on paying for dinner, but only when it was somewhere cheap. How he was so reluctant to let me help with his student loans until I practically forced him. How he always seemed to have these big dreams, but never quite enough motivation to pursue them until my dad offered connections. I decided to go back to Nashville. I spent the next 3 days pretending everything was fine with my girlfriends, even though I was dying inside and probably drank way too much wine every night. Then came home at my originally scheduled time, and I greeted him with a kiss. I looked into the eyes of the man who called our marriage a nightmare, and kissed him hello like nothing was wrong. I've been living this lie for 5 days now. 5 days of sleeping next to someone who apparently regrets waking up next to me every morning. 5 days of analyzing every interaction we've ever had, wondering what was real and what was part of his Oscar-worthy performance. Connor has no idea what's coming. He thinks he can keep playing me for a fool, but he's about to learn the hard way that I'm done being his money wife. What he doesn't realize is that I'm about to turn the tables, and when he sees the truth, he'll regret ever thinking he could get away with it. I can't tell you what I did in this short video. The full story is on the channel, link below.